Hey, West Seaford students and families. My name is Mr. Forston, and I am the West Seaford School Counselor, and I welcome you to week 3 of our specials classes. So this is week 3 of counseling class specifically, and I want to start by thanking all of the students that watched the last week's video. In last week's video, what I was asking the students to do, for you to do, was to list 5 ways that you can find calmness during this time. And I've seen some great works being sent through Dojo Messenger to me. Nothing brings my heart more joy than seeing so many students write down that meditation helps them, because we've spent a lot of time this school year meditating in the first 3 to 5 minutes of our class. And I'm glad that that's paying off now while we're stuck at home, and sometimes things can get pretty hectic and crazy, and it's nice to be able to find our calmness. So just remember that after today's lesson, there's no activity of writing or making anything. So just a simple message sent through Dojo, just letting me know that you did this assignment for this week would be great. If you want to send a selfie, it could just be a thumbs up. That would tell me that you had participated in this week's activity. And also remember that you can go back and watch any of the other weeks that maybe you've missed. Maybe there's a week that's a little bit more hectic than others, and you missed that week's counseling class. That's perfectly fine, and you can always go back and watch those videos. And also while you're there, make sure you're checking out some of the other specialist videos, because some of them are phenomenal. Our specialists at West Seaford have been spending a lot of time trying to bring the classroom home to you. So it might be a great way to break up the writing and the math and the reading to do some fun activities with your specialists. So this week we're going to be talking about hurtful words and how they can affect us and how they can affect the people around us. I picked to talk about this because if your family is anything like mine and being stuck at home with the same people for almost 30 days now, or like when I was a kid and I had 5 siblings, being around those same people for that long sometimes bring out words that we don't necessarily always mean, but when we're frustrated, we say hurtful things. And that's kind of why I was thinking about this is, man, I'm sure there's got to be some times that are frustrating where we're maybe not using our words very wisely. So what I want you to start with is I want you to be thinking of this. Can you think of a time when someone said something to you that hurt your feelings? When I thought back to my childhood, I remember playing baseball. And I wasn't very great at it because I was from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where there were not many organized activities like Little League. And my first year in Delaware, I played, and I had a lot to learn. And I remember another kid on the team telling me, and these aren't words that I would ever want you to repeat, but he told me that I sucked at baseball. And man, it hurt a lot. One thing is it motivated me to work really hard too. So I chose not to look at the negative, but to look a little bit at what could push me to be better. And I wanted to prove him wrong. But those words have never left me. I still can remember them, even at my age. So what I want you to do is I'm going to have some times where you're going to pause and share. And I want you to find somebody in your house, maybe somebody's watching the video with you right now, that you could share with them a time when someone said something to you that really hurt your feelings. And I'm going to pop up a screen that's going to look like this. And that screen is going to tell you that you should pause this video and take a moment to share with someone around you. Awesome. Welcome back. So I hope that you shared that. But then I also was thinking of this. Is there a time where you have maybe said something to someone else that wasn't nice? So first you were thinking about someone that says something to you, but have you ever said something to somebody else? And guess what? I once again went back to baseball. And there was a time that I told someone else that they weren't good at baseball. I don't know. Maybe it was because of that time that someone told it to me. I should have known better. I should have known how it feels to be told that. but there's no excuse. I knew what I was doing. And I told them that they weren't very good at baseball. And I'm sure that that really hurt their feelings. It wasn't very nice. So in this pause and share, what I would like you to do is to share a time that maybe you have said something to someone else that probably wasn't very nice. So welcome back again. I had this nice clean sheet of paper. So you see how smooth it is? It's nice and white. Man, I'm sure Miss Bandy would love a blank canvas like this to draw a beautiful piece of artwork on. There's no folds, no rips. I could only imagine all the things that you could have thought about when I asked you to share about things that people said to you that were hurtful. I was a kid once too, and I remember some of those hurtful things that people said to me. So I made a list real quick, and I'm just going to do an activity where every time that I use some of these examples of things that maybe you had shared, or maybe things as I'm saying them, you might go, yeah, I've had somebody say that to me. I'm going to fold the paper. So I've heard kids in schools as I've been a teacher, and when I was a kid, say things like, I don't like your dress. And telling a girl that they don't like that dress, or maybe telling a boy that I don't like that shirt or the team that's on that shirt, or man, those shoes that you have are so old, they do not look very nice, or that drawing that you did is not very good, or I'm not going to play with you at recess. Maybe it's I'm not going to be your friend. Maybe it's that, you know what, you look weird. I think that's as far as I'm going to be able to fold it. You see, think of how this makes you feel when you have to share all of those hurtful things that you said. How does that make you feel? What kind of feelings stir up inside of you when you have to share with other people? So I want you to do that right now. I want you to pause and share. And what I want you to pause and share is, how does it make you feel after sharing those things that are hurtful to you, that people have said that have hurt your feelings? Welcome back again. Now let's take some time to share some nice things, because that's where I like to live. I love to live in kindness. I love to make people laugh and smile and feel good about themselves. Every time that we share something nice, I'm going to unfold this paper. So you might be thinking, compliments, ways to be a bucket filler like we've talked about in class and in school, the beginning of this school year. Kind words are awesome. So as you tell somebody like, I really like your haircut, or I really love how hard you've been working. Man, you are always persevere. Or maybe a compliment like, I like your dress. Or, hey, those shoes are really nice. Now my paper is completely unfolded. But you see, the thing is, you can still see all the folds, can't you? You can see it's not as nice and clean and smooth as it was before. You see, when you say something that hurts someone else's feelings, even when you do the right thing and you apologize to them, the pain that they may feel, it stays there. I can try to smooth and flatten and apologize. I'm so sorry. I'm giving you compliments. I'm going to be a bucket filler now. And those marks are still there. The lines are still on the paper. The folds are still there. You see, the folds, they stand for, or they represent, all of those mean things that we said and how they make someone else feel. So next time that you're frustrated, find your calmness. Go to one of those 5 things that you had listed. Because when hurtful words come out, they cannot totally be forgotten. Hang in there. Be sure to get outside on those nice days and get fresh air. It is so good for your soul to be out in the sun and in the fresh air. Be sure to shoot me a message on Dojo and let me know that you watched this week's video, and Maybe something that stirred up inside of you when you had to share some of those hurtful things that either you said or someone has said to you, or just a simple thumbs up. If no one has told you today, what I want you to know is that I love you, the staff at West Seaford loves you, your family loves you, and to hang in there.